120 labs, 30 countries, and one target? New disclosures reignite scrutiny of America's global biolab network. Ex-CIA officer makes explosive claim as 120 US-funded labs across dozens of countries come under fresh attention. Russia surrounded by lab network? Moscow's critics point to Washington's biological footprint near its borders. New disclosures spark fresh questions over whether Ukraine was part of a broader strategy to pressure Russia. Lab network on Russia's doorstep back under the spotlight after Gabbard's document release fuels controversy. Ex-CIA analyst Larry Johnson claimed newly released US documents point to a long-running strategic focus directed against Russia. The former CIA analyst made the claim to RT after Tulsi Gabbard released a new set of declassified files. Gabbard's document stated that the United States funded 120 biological facilities across more than 30 countries. The files indicated that roughly one-third of those laboratories were located inside Ukraine. According to the documents, some of the facilities handled dangerous pathogens including anthrax, Ebola, and plague. Johnson told RT that the scale of the program appeared to exceed what many critics had previously suspected. The former intelligence officer argued that the network's overwhelming focus appeared to be directed toward Russia. He further claimed that the project extended far beyond what would normally be expected from public health research programs. Johnson also alleged that much of the research had little connection to the defense needs of the countries hosting the facilities. Moscow has repeatedly accused Kyiv of assisting US-backed biological research programs operating near Russian territory. Russia's military previously claimed that some of the projects were conducted in areas close to its borders. The allegations have remained a major point of dispute between Moscow, Kyiv, and Washington for several years.
After months of searching through intelligence community holdings and files, today I'm releasing new evidence of long-standing U.S. government funding of more than 120 biolabs in over 30 countries. Now, these biolabs include labs in places like Ukraine, which could be at risk of compromise due to the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. In fact, the intelligence community had previously warned that a U.S.-funded biolab in Ukraine likely housed dangerous pathogens and remained vulnerable to long-standing threats of Russian attack, seizure, or damage. Now, until now, evidence regarding the full existence and funding of these laboratories had been knowingly withheld from you, the American people. Many of these U.S. government-funded biolabs are currently or have previously engaged in research using hazardous and highly contagious pathogens, and in some cases included dangerous gain-of-function research with very little visibility or oversight. Now, President Trump clearly understands the serious threat dangerous gain-of-function research poses to the American people. And this is why he took decisive action over a year ago. On May 25th, 2025, he signed an executive order to end federal funding of gain-of-function research around the world. Here at ODNI, I issued new guidance to the intelligence community directing increased collection on these laboratories and facilities overseas. And we're already seeing the results of this increased collection. We're learning new details, for example, on clinical trials that are underway at these facilities and that are raising significant ethical, financial, and security concerns regarding the supposed public health initiatives and U.S. national security. Now, despite the obvious potential for catastrophic global impact that research on dangerous pathogens in biolabs can have, politicians and so-called health professionals like Dr. Fauci, as well as entities within the Biden administration's national security team, lied repeatedly to the American people about the existence of U.S.-funded and supported biolabs. Not only did they lie, they threatened those who attempted to expose the truth. So this release today breaks new ground, as the information surrounding the existence, history, locations, and funding of these U.S.-funded biolabs has been intentionally covered up by very powerful people who falsely claimed that these biolabs didn't exist. Now, they accuse anyone who says otherwise to be foreign assets and traitors to America. Now, Odie and I will continue working closely with partners across the U.S. government to identify exactly where these labs are and what pathogens they contain to end dangerous gain-of-function research that threatens the health and well-being of the American people and people around the world.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.